Hello, I'm Bill Clark, and for years as the consumer champ at Channel 7 in Denver, I've been showing you and people just like you how to save money by shopping wisely, by asking questions about wild advertising claims that seem too good to be true, and by planning for your financial future. Now it's time for all of us to ramp things up with the help of ColoradoSaves. ColoradoSaves is part of a nationwide effort to help us take control of our personal finances because we as consumers carry too much debt and we don't save enough. ColoradoSaves has the resources to help change that and do it at no cost to you.
In this day and age, I don't know anyone who isn't living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, awful way to live. I did that for some time and I just couldn't handle it anymore.
You got to make the sacrifices, definitely.
I finally discovered I was spending $350 a month at Starbucks, and we cut that back.
I got rid of all that debt, and I got that monkey off my back, and I got those phone calls to stop ringing, you know?
The best thing to do is just get to it, and the sooner the better.
Here's what the next few minutes look like in a nutshell. First, spend less than you earn. Second, avoid long-term high-interest debt. Third, invest in a home or your education or some other asset that will increase in value. Fourth, prepare for retirement. This is the ColoradoSaves Pledge. Whoa! You think that's a lot to tackle? Well, the truth is it is all possible. And now you're going to meet people who have done it all. Meet Katie Porter, who lives the message that you need to spend less than you earn.
You could spend half your paycheck on the way to the bank from work, easily.
Or you can learn the lesson Katie learned when she turned 19.
I was living paycheck to paycheck, couldn't have what I wanted when I wanted it. It was an awful feeling. So I got 3 jobs one summer, saved up a whole bunch of money, got ahead, and now it's not so bad. Feels good.
Katie paid off all her bills, set up a savings plan, and forced herself to stop spending more than she earned. Now, in addition to her job as a server at a popular restaurant, Katie's just about completed nurse training, and she bought her first car, even paid cash for it.
I can sleep at night knowing that my bills are paid. I don't have to worry about it if, a medical emergency comes up or family needs help or anything like that.
You got to make the sacrifices, definitely. You have to give up the electronic equipment that your friends have, fancy cameras, the iPods. That'll come in due time if you really want it.
You might think that, as you're writing out your bills, that everything left is left over, but you really need to pay yourself first.
Do it by calling your bank or credit union. Ask to set up a regular savings program. Remember, if you don't see the money, you won't be tempted to spend it, and you won't miss it. The second part of the ColoradoSaves Pledge, avoid long-term high-interest debt.
Every $100 you borrow, you're paying them $25.
These days, Diana Archuleta prefers paying herself rather than paying the credit card companies.
I make a list, I go where I need to go, and pull what I need to pull, and that's it. I don't do window shopping anymore. That gets you in trouble. When your car breaks down, you already have that stash savings money. You don't need a credit card.
Those cards make it so easy for you to fall deeper and deeper into debt. A charge or two here, another charge there, maybe a late payment, or maybe you've gone over the limit on one card. Before you know it, you and your cards are out of control. Well, let's crunch some numbers and see how they can crunch you. Say you owe $7,500 on your credit cards. Make just the monthly minimum payment because let's call that 19%. It's going to take you more than 29 years to pay off that credit card debt. You will pay more than $10,865 in interest charges before that $7,500 debt is paid off. And that assumes you will not use that card for any other charges along the way. Whoa. Credit counselor and support manager Carmen McKinney has seen some of the worst of those high-cost credit victims.
Oh, sure. You'd see clients that haven't opened their bills and they come in with grocery bags of unopened bills because they were so afraid to open the bills to see what the creditors were asking for.
I was spending a lot of money.
Like most shoppers, Peggy Humpall thought she knew a good deal when she saw it. Well, she wound up with a purse full of credit cards.
And they make it so easy. You know, let's us open this up today and you can save 20% and you can do this and you can do that.
Opening up all those accounts left Peggy making minimum payments on more than $18,000 in debt. Now she's paying them off and she's cut up all those cards with the highest interest rates.
I enjoyed cutting them up. There is something about that, and there is a great sense of satisfaction that all those envelopes are not going to come to my home.
But Peggy's also smart enough now to admit the battle to restore her good credit is not yet over.
I feel pretty good. It's just like being on a diet, though. You know, you gotta be careful not to sit by the cookies.
Spend less than you earn. Get rid of long-term high-interest debt. Now the third point of the Colorado Saves pledge. Invest in what are called appreciable assets. Big words? Yeah, but it's a simple concept.
You invest in something that over a period of time is going to make you more money, or you're going to educate yourself so that you will make yourself more valuable over a period of time, and that's appreciable asset.
You know, you may recognize appreciable assets by some other names. Education, a small business, stocks or bonds or mutual funds, maybe even a home.
We've learned that it's not easy getting out of debt.
For Michael Gales, his wife Nadia, and their kids, the first step was filing for bankruptcy. Then Michael went back to school to learn a new trade, one that was not affected by layoffs or outsourcing. Now, in 4 years, they expect to be able to buy their first home.
You cut some corners here and there, you take some things out of your lifestyle that aren't really necessary, and you can save some money that way.
I'd be scared to death if I didn't own my own home and have some money set aside, because I am not sure where Social Security is going to be.
Which brings us around to the fourth and final point in the Colorado Saves pledge, planning for your retirement. First, some hard numbers from Human Resources Manager Nora Kovacs.
What I tell people is, however much money you make a year when you're 67 years old, you're going to need 10 times that in order to hope to retire. So let's say by the time you're 67, you hope you make $50,000 a year. That means you're going to need $500,000 to retire.
I started thinking about retirement probably when I was about 35 or 40, and I wish I had started earlier, but I didn't.
So people who say, right now I'm strapped, I can't be saving money. You know what? You can make tiny little changes that add up to a lot. At the end of the month, you put it in the bank, and then at the end of the year.
And financial planner Joe Madrano warns that the longer you wait to start retirement planning, the tougher it gets.
It may be too late to achieve the preferred retirement life you want.
But,
you know, it's never too late to improve the situation.
And of course, it's never too early to start setting aside whatever you can for your retirement. The easiest ways are through an IRA, an individual retirement account, another specialized version called a Roth IRA, or through a 401k or 403b plan where you work. All of these have certain tax advantages for long-term savers. If you've gotten any bonuses or pay raises over the year, why not put that extra money into your 401k or your 403b account? And if you're thinking about taking out money before retirement, you might want to think again.
But when you do that, there's such stiff penalties that people lose approximately half of what they're taking out to taxes and penalties.
Remember, none of this guarantees that when you get older, you'll become one of the richest people on earth, or even in your own neighborhood. What it does do is guarantee you'll be better prepared financially for the future, yours and your family's. And when retirement rolls around, you'll be able to approach it with enthusiasm and not with fear.
There's a certain amount of self-esteem that comes from getting that retirement account statement in the mail and saying, wow, look at this, it's coming out of my paycheck, I don't even miss it, and I'm saving a lot for my retirement every year.
Join the thousands of people who have already taken the first step, people just like you who have signed up for Colorado Saves.
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 Colorado saves, and that's a good thing, a very good thing. I'm Consumer Champ Bill Clark. Thanks for watching.